the Manta Green came from. It is all custom XXC beadlocks off of Renegade. The rings are obviously coated in Manta Green. My powder coater was able to find me Manta Green through his powder supplier. All of my stickers I just bought off of a Outlander, which you can tell it doesn't have an L at the end. It just says Outlander, which, you know, everybody's asking me about the side plastics. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you where to get them. Figure it out for your own, because then everybody's going to be copying me and they're going to all be running around with a bunch of black 570 XMRs. So good luck with that. It's not hard to figure out. I will tell you, they're cheap. They're very cheap, and they're easily accessible, and they're easy to get. You just gotta know what you're looking for. But either way, the rear hitch, I've had a few people ask me. If you look at it, it is the same stock 570 XMR rear hitch. For some reason, I mean, you can buy the rear hitch that goes on like the 800 and stuff, but Can-Am wants like 90 bucks for it. That's fine and dandy. If you got 90 bucks to spend, you got 90 bucks to spend. Well, you can cut a 2-inch receiver off of a regular trailer hitch, like I did here, and then you can just weld it straight to it. Now what I did here was I just cut it off at the end, and then fabricated it, stuck it all the way up under here, and it fits in there nicely. And then it gives you a nice little bead, and you can glob it up real good where the original trailer hitch hole was, and it creates a really nice little area to put stuff. I mean, there's not really much to say other than it is your typical regular bare bones stock 570. I just wanted XXC wheels because I like these designs much better, and the fact that they're beadlocked is just a plus. I would say it works very well with the combination of the skinny wide setup that they have. Believe it or not, they have 8-inch wide Medzillas on the front, which to me they're 10s. To me they're 10s, and the rears are like an 11. Because I have Mega Mayhems of 28.9 and 28.11, 12, and they are much bigger than this. But I mean, I'm running about 3 psi in. Keeps it very nice, soft, squishy. I like having 3 psi. Makes it very soft. Makes it very flat. Gives me a lot of bite, and it's a whole lot better on the bumps. Overall opinions on the bike, and before I get to that, the shifter is a Hurst shifter that they sell at like Advanced Auto Parts. I've modified it, put a different nut in the bottom of it so that it works on the very small, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, the shifter. Either way, overall opinions on the bike so far, I would guess you could consider it a mid-size. Well, I would say it is going to absolutely 100% dominate in every single category of the mid-size market. As far as price, the accommodations, everything you get, the value, I mean, everything that I've looked up so far for this bike, everything seems to coincide with the full-size model, the Outlander itself. Rear discs seem to be the same, shocks seem to be the same, the axles seem to be the same. Drive shafts seem to be pretty much the same. The winch mounts are the same, which you don't need a winch mount at all. It just falls right into the frame. I mean, everything's pretty much the exact same as a regular Outlander. And, you know, obviously there's no hood here. It's just one giant piece of fender. And the bumper's different, but you're not gonna... This is the smallest V-twin that I know of that you can get in America. And, I mean, it's weird to think, but this actually weighs more than your bare bones stock 800. How they did that, I have no idea. But it's about 60 pounds heavier. I guess it's got something to do with the tires, because you got 26s that are like 4-ply, and then you got 28s that are 6-ply, and then you got, you know, same wheels and everything, just, I don't know how they get an extra 60 pounds over like a 13 Outlander Max. But so far, I really, really like it. The price, I mean, can't really go wrong. And by the way, if anybody wants to know what that is my easy access transmission fluid drain/fill hole. So, yeah. skeptical about putting a hole in my plastic. Then I realized I had to take that entire footboard off, and after it gets caked with about 10 pounds of mud, yeah, those bolts aren't going to be coming out very easily. You maybe break the bolts, and you'll end up having like 3 holding it in there. So I just said, no, I'm done with that. Only thing I can recommend as far as when you go to buy it, get a winch. Do not get the super winch. I do not like the super winch. I do not like that crazy looking cogwheel thing you have to turn. The mount has already busted in it. A damn screw fell out of one of the sides of it. These little screws here that actually hold the cage together. I don't recommend the super winch. I showed on the warranty and all for that, but I didn't. I went for the cheaper one, and I got what I paid for. So, other than that, the only thing that I really don't like about this bike are, in fact, the shocks. They bought them out really bad, and that's what the next video is going to all be about, is the shocks. And I don't know if anybody else has read their owner's manual. The owner's manual is really nice. When you turn this on, it says hi. Yay, hi. You can actually make it so you can display miles per hour and RPM. Read the book, it's in the book. It's in a shitty spot in the book, but it is in the book. But it will show you miles per hour and RPM, or you can do just RPM or just miles an hour. Mine came set up at just miles an hour, and I wanted both, and it's just a real pain. And one other thing, I think I'm going to need to do my valves, because I've got like a noise about 5,000 RPM. Sounds like floating valves to me. Sounds like they're a little loose. Just in there slapping around. So that's something I'm going to need to do for my 10-hour break-in, which I've already done. I've only managed to put, I don't know, 14 hours on this thing. 20 hours. Holy shit. Anyway, 20 hours on the machine. But I really haven't gotten a chance to ride it as much as I want to. I've only taken it out to like 2 outings. I'd really love to take it out more, just, work. And then I own Chevrolets and they're pieces of shit, so all the money goes into that too. But that's it. Questions, comments, concerns, ask. I'll get to it as quick as I can. It normally pops up on my phone. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, whatever. But that's it. And plastics. Black, I don't know if anybody else likes spinning with plastics. Mine's a little dirty right now, but best thing I can recommend is anything that's water-based. Like a tire dressing is what I use. Don't use anything like WD-40. Don't use anything like PB Blaster. Anything chemical-wise. Like, if it's got a warning label on it and says don't drink, I probably wouldn't fuck with it. So, no actual wax, because it will dull the absolute crap out of it. But, that's it.